Retro TV, your home for classic television. The greatest shows in history are here for you to enjoy. Join Cosby and Colt as secret agent men in I Spy. Ride along the Ponderosa with the Cartwrights in Bonanza. Hit the beat with Joe Friday in Dragnet. And that's not all. Retro TV offers endless fun and excitement for the whole family to enjoy. Retro TV, the best in classic television.
You can find Retro TV on over-the-air channel 13.4.
Hi, I'm John Mallos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. Today, the focus on business, a business that's been around for quite a while now and building a reputation. 436 Me TV option 11. We're back with our program here on the showroom floor in just a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
And welcome back to the program. I'm John Mallos, of course, the host of Connect with Me on Me TV Fresno on this Tuesday morning, and we're talking about business. But first, as usual, I want to tell you and just remind you, I guess, actually, that we're on Comcast, channel 187, 43.6, and 13.1. Those three stations were live each and every day at this same time period. And then at a later time during the day, we play the replay of this same program, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on 13.6. That's over-the-air broadcast with an antenna. And 8 o'clock tonight, 4.6 Biz TV. And then the Twitter account is a very simple one at John Mallos, Me TV. You can follow us there. And so the focus on business and a business that's been around now for about 10 years or coming up on seems like it's gaining in popularity and growing and growing and growing by leaps and bounds. I want to roll the videotape, show you exactly what I'm talking about. There it is right there, talking about the Fresno Suit Outlet. Located in Northwest Fresno, it seems like their suits are worn by a lot of local media people here in town, by the way. Television types, my friend. We'll get into that. Of course, fashion is always top of mind for those who are on camera. Do you buy the trim cut? Do you buy the full cut? What's really in style these days? That's the question I have. How about that double-breasted sports coat that's sitting in your closet? You wear that on occasion? Well, what about style? And what about all those ties, those thick ties, thin ties, somewhere in between? I have no idea. These are all the fashion questions, and you know, it depends on the person, the body type. How tall are you? How broad are your shoulders? How thin is your waist? Or are you short and stocky, my friends? These are all the determining factors in buying the perfect suit. Look at that selection there. Not done yet. What about the shirt? Fitted or not? What about the shoes? All good questions. It may come down to individual choice. The Fresno Suit Outlet is always giving deals. For example, you buy 3 suits and what do you get free? We'll tell you. We're not going to give it away right now. We'll tell you what those items are in just a short period of time here as you see the selection of shirts and coats, and there's somebody getting measured for a suit. So I ask the question again, is it the trim fit? Is it the full cut fit? What's in style right now? Live in our studio is Tony Kalanjian, the owner of the Fresno Suit Outlet. He opened up this place back in 2005, so coming up on 10 years and counting for our business owner today. So the focus is on business, 436 Me TV option 11. We're back with our program here talking about suits and ties, my friends. We're back in just a moment.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
can find movies on over-the-air channel 13.3. Movies. Our name says it all.
We're back here with the program, and we're talking about suits and ties and shirts and what to wear to work and what's in fashion, what's in, what's out. I don't know what the deal is. Tony, how are you? Good to see you.
Fantastic. Nice to see you, John.
Yeah, good to see you too. So I see you're wearing, this is one of your specials at your store there at the Fresno Suit Outlet?
Correct. It's one of my
Beautiful.
suits. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, what brand is that? Is that like a
This
Ralph
one,
Lauren or something? Or?
No, it's actually called Angelo Rossi.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of our brands that we sell quite a few of in the store.
Yeah, color coordinated and all that. So
Absolutely.
So let me ask you first of all, before we get into your business. So what is in style? Because there's this great debate. If you look at people that are, some people that are on television, you see the trim cut. They like the trim
Correct.
cut in the pants, in the coat, the single breast. What are most people asking for when they come in?
Well, it really depends on the situation. You have some guys that are into the slim fit, the trim cut that you're saying of the slim fit suit, but they don't make them in all sizes. Because obviously, if you're a bigger guy like myself, they're not going to have a slim fit. That's for big guys.
You're not going to be wearing a slim fit?
No.
Why not? You could.
No, that was pre-married maybe, but
okay.
not after. But no, the slim fits usually go up to a size 46, 48 on some brands, but that's pretty much it. That's about a 40-inch waist. So
Okay.
if you have bigger than the 40-inch waist,
Forget it.
No slim fit for you.
No dice. No
No,
dice. But
no go.
what are most people asking for when they come in, from what you've seen from a customer?
Most people right now are into the 2-button suit. For a while it was 3-button. Most people are the 2-button suit, flat front pants. You do have the younger guys wanting the slim fit, the guys that are the weightlifter variety, where the suit, V cuts a little bit, so it shows off a little bit more. And of course, you can always alter it to your body style as well. So, if you have the broad shoulders, you can always bring it in and alter it to size.
Yeah. Do you get some customers that come in and they don't know what they want?
all the time. Are you kidding me? We have.
So what do you tell them?
Well, again, it depends on the situation. It depends on if it's the guy that's going to Vegas this weekend or if it's the guy that's going to a wedding. So you kind of have to play it safe, because we go from your basic style to exotic. So I've got your black, gray, navy suits all the way to your pink, lavender, red, turquoise, purple suits, because we do have.
Kidding.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You have pink and lavender suits?
And fuchsia.
Wow. Okay, here's a selection here. We're going through some of the suits now. And, well, to talk about the different labels that you have here, not only the different types of colors, but what about the labels?
Oh, well, on the labels, we have a lot of the suits that we purchase, they have off-brands. Just like, your Lexus is still a Toyota product, this is so-and-so product. So same thing with these. That's a 2-button tan suit that she's showing you right there. The one next to it
Looks like a brown.
looks like a chocolate brown one. And as you see,
Yeah.
there's a red one. There's a checker one just for you, John.
Yeah, I like it. Haywood Hale Brune would have worn that jacket.
That's the used car jacket right there. But and the light gray one that she's showing you right there, that's been very popular this year with weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've it's still March, and we've got over 50-something weddings going on already.
Wow.
Because of the deal that we do. But as you see, there's a burgundy suit there. That's a shark skin suit right there. As you see, it's a little bit more shinier than some of the other ones there.
It's a shark skin
Yeah, they
suit?
call it shark skin. It's like
Really?
a super shiny, satiny type material, flat front. There are dual vents on the side. There's another one that's a shark skin with a black trim, black pockets. So again, depending on what the occasion is, I mean, I've got most guys covered, because we have a lot of quartets that come in, a lot of choirs that come in, a lot of salespeople that come in. So you got to have the basic stuff to the stuff that stands out, because like I mentioned, we do a lot of choirs and quartets and whatnot, and the guys want to stand out. So when you have 110 groups singing and everyone's wearing black or navy or gray, you're not going to stand out. But if you have a sharkskin suit with a black trim or a red suit or a purple suit, you know, you get to stand out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So again, we just have to think of all occasions.
So talk about okay, I didn't understand the brands that you have. I mean, you can buy brand labels at your place, right? You can buy Ralph Lauren.
Oh yeah, we have all those as well.
But name them all.
Well, we have, as far as the brand names go, we have Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, Sean John, DKNY, FUBU, Michael Kors, Stacy Adams, Falcone. For the guys that want some of the higher end labels, we have those also in our LA stores. So we do have Versace, Canali, Prada, Zegna, Corleone. We have all those. I brought them to Fresno, you know, those $1,200 to $1,500 suits.
And you
not
sell
as
them?
big in Fresno as they are in the Bay Area or LA. So, you know, not too many places in Fresno, unfortunately, you can go to with, you know, $1,000 suits. So we bring them in special order. So if a person wants an Armani suit, you know, we bring in 10, 15 of them, you know, depending on what color they want, and, you know, have them sized up. And, yeah, we do about 10, 12 of those a year. Not too many, but, you know.
And they're reduced in price, right? You don't sell them for $1,000.
Correct,
right?
correct. No, we sell them for, on those are $1,200.
Oh, okay.
$1,200. Some of them are $1,500 because you have some three-piece suits. But if you go to the Bay Area for the same suits, you're up to $3,000 a suit on some of those.
Wow. All right, caller, you're on. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, I'd like to ask your guest, the owner of the Fresno Suits. Myself, I like casual. I saw those white jackets. You know, I like sport jackets myself with black dress pants. Do you think the white with the black still in? I mean, myself, I like it because I like to wear like a turtleneck, you know, to bring out the white and the black, you know.
Absolutely.
But that might be the old fashioned, but I love that. I love the style of just being casual, you know, when I go. If it's a formal thing, that's different, you know. But I mean, I love suede myself, and but I like that when you walk, you know, you're walking in and well, women notice that, you know, if you're really a sharp dresser or whatever, that's what they go for a lot of the times.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot of guys that like that look, like you mentioned. We had, I believe it was the Shriners group last year did that. They did all white suits, and they got an additional pair of black pants because a lot of the guys like to do, just like you mentioned, the white jacket with the black pants. And some of the guys actually did the white jacket and white pants, and they bought some black and white Stacy Adams shoes with it. Man, these guys were rocking.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them were like, oh my gosh, you know, we're going to wear white, because as a group, they do it as a group. And
right.
A lot of the guys were going, oh my gosh, this white's going to look silly. And then they put it on like, man, it looks pretty sharp, you know. And of course, just like the gentleman said, you know, you get a few compliments from, you know, from the women. It's like, okay, now you start getting the peacock mode. But yeah, we do that quite often. A lot of people doing the casual jacket look as well.
With the turtleneck?
Turtleneck, and then again, depending on the occasion, you have some guys doing that skin tight, shiny type shirt with the jacket over it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I
with
thought
a pair
turtlenecks
of jeans.
were out. No,
No,
they're
no.
in.
Well, it's in back east more than it is here in California.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, California is always a year or two behind what happens back in New York, Chicago, Philly.
Right.
But it's really hot right now.
Yeah.
A lot of the mismatch, you know, the white with the black, and you know, the navy with the tan, and you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
depending on the occasion, absolutely.
I must be out of touch here, Tony. You're going to have to update me here. Okay, Tony Kalanjian, the owner of the Fresno Suit Outlet, is here. He's coming up on his 10-year anniversary. He's been in Fresno for a long time, up on a decade. 436-MeTV option 11. If you want to call in and ask Tony a question. Today is the Focus on Business. Back in a moment.
It's almost time.
Now we'll find out once and for all about Clark Kent and Superman.
Look up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a TV show.
Yes, but who is he? What's his name?
He's Superman.
Golly, Clark, won't that be wonderful seeing Superman
fighting a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and television the Me TV way.
No one can do the things that Superman does.
The Adventures of Superman.
Now on Me TV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brands reliable advice place. The Frigidaire Gallery Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. You with me? Right now, get huge savings on select Frigidaire Gallery appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months at the hometown low price think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
All right, back here talking to the owner of the Fresno Suit Outlet. He's a first-time guest here, and he's got a business that's been in Fresno for 10 years now. He sells all sorts of suits, and he claims that you can't find a better deal in Fresno than his store. Is that right, Tony?
Absolutely.
See that? You're a good salesman.
Absolutely.
All right, caller, go ahead. You're on the air. What's your question?
Hi, good morning, John, and good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
First of all, congratulations on your new expansion.
Appreciate it.
That's wonderful to hear of local business growing here in the valley. My question is, for the most part, I don't like to wear a suit, and I'll usually wear it when I have to, but I do enjoy occasionally getting dressed up. The problem is that in Fresno in the summertime, it gets so hot, hot even in the evenings, and if I have to go out and wear a suit, I'm just miserable. Are there suits made, for this type of weather that are still sharp and still good looking and acceptable, without looking like a slob?
That's a great question.
Can you tell me about that? I'll take my answer over the air. Thanks.
Great question. You know what? You may get this kind of question all the time because it is so hot here.
Well, exactly, and that was one of the first things that I have relatives in the LA area that had suit stores, and before I opened up the store here in Fresno, because I'm a Fresno boy of 40 years, I go, man, it's 100 degrees plus here, several months of the year. Do people in that weather really wear suits that often? And he goes, absolutely. He goes, just like the gentleman said, there's suits that are more for the back east consumer, which are those heavier, thicker suits that's going to keep you warmer. But there's also the lighter suits. And when you come into my store, you'll notice most of the suits that I bring in are the lighter variety because, 50 degrees for us is cold. And as you see back east, they got several feet of snow and it's, nothing close to ours. But we have a lot of the lighter suits. We do have some of the thicker ones for the guys that are, traveling and going on vacation and whatnot. But another trend that's going on right now is the three-piece suit, because what's happening, just like he said, when it gets to that 102, 103, 104, you want to take off your jacket and still look sharp, with your matching vest and your matching pants as well. So you have a lot of three-piece suits that are coming in right now.
We got some more videos of the suit outlet, the Fresno Suit Outlet. So we're going to show some more suits here. So talk to me more about the three-piece suits. I don't have a three-piece suit. I never liked wearing a vest. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. I felt cramped, too cramped or something. I don't know.
No, it's, like I said, it's very popular.
Really?
Again, it just...
So it's in style,
It's in style, absolutely. It's just like, 20 years ago, the double-breasted suit was in. And, now the only person that asks me for a double-breasted suit are guys over 40. The younger guys don't even know what a double-breasted suit is half the time, But, for guys, there's not much choice. It's a 2-button, 3-button, double-breast, some 1-button suits, which are more casual than anything. But
my gosh, I'm looking at the selection that you have in there. So how many of these suits do you have in the store? It looks like thousands here.
There's
really,
about 2,900 to 3,000 suits at any given time.
My gosh, wow, that's a huge selection. And so the caller mentioned about your new location. There's that Haywood Hale Brune jacket again.
There's a couple burgundy ones for you right there.
If you got one in my size, I'll wear that on the air. that checkered coat. Anyway, so the 3 pieces in. I do want to talk about your new location. The 3 pieces in, even for cooler weather, and the double-breasted is out. So I want to get that straight in my mind.
Well, it's not out. It depends on the guy. Depends on the guy. We just ordered 16 to 18 double-breasted suits for various customers because they just like that look. For certain guys.
Sure.
And like I mentioned, every single one of them is over 40.
I know.
Not too many 18-year-olds looking for a double-breasted suit. They want that slim fit, snug on their legs, snug on the jacket. And as this video showed, we have, like I said, almost 3,000 suits, and we go from a size 34, which is a 28-inch waist, which is obviously for the smaller guys, up to a size 74, which is a size 68-inch waist. So we go from, boys to men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to have a 28, 29-inch waist. That was like another lifetime.
I'm not going to lie. I was there in middle school maybe, but that's about it.
Hey, that's okay. So talk about this new location. You were over near Thomas Casagrande, right?
Correct. Right next to...
You were right next door there.
Correct. Where the more furniture is and all that. Right across the street from the Golden Horse.
That's right.
For us Fresno guys that have been here for a while.
So where are you now?
We moved about 200 feet south. We are We are at 5054 North Blackstone, so we are right next to Ramos Furniture, which used to be the old Circuit City. So we're right next to the old Circuit City, which has been Ramos Furniture now for a number of years. There's a Papa Murphy's right there, and we're right smack dab, in the middle of that shopping center.
Bigger place.
Correct. It's almost 5,000 feet. It's about double the size.
Okay, take a call here. Good morning, you're on Connect with Me. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm 74, 6'1", and I buy a lot of suits. I wear a lot of suits still from Savile Row. I like Suit Up from Amsterdam. But, oh boy, I got a slew of questions I could ask.
You could. Just take your time. Just ask away, my friend.
One, I would ask that your guest had mentioned in wearing the side vents, you have to be sort of careful about the size, the physiognomy of the person. Are they tall and slender, heavy? Because if they've got a sort of a poochy derriere, side vents are going to accentuate that. So you want to tend to have either no vents or a single vent. Would you want to comment on that, or?
Yeah, well, that's why at the store we have some suits that are the center vent still. We have the dual vents, the ones on the side, just like the gentleman mentioned. For some guys, depending on their physique, because you have some guys that are the six-pack, and then some guys that are just a little bit bigger in the midsection. You have some guys with a butt, some guys without much of a butt. So depending on how they're built is how you want to suit them up. And we can alter a lot of stuff, just like, let's say the gentleman that's speaking, he's 6'1", so he's going to be a long typically on his suit size.
So does the vent go in the back, in the middle, or on the sides?
No, the vents are on the side, the dual vent, and then there's some that are a center vent in the back. But the guys that it doesn't look good, we close the vents for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for certain guys, the closed back is a better look the way that they're built. For some guys that are this, that, or other, certain looks just look better. Period.
Yeah. Caller, you still there?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Also on the slant pockets on a suit, even to some extent a blazer, but the slant pockets are also known as hacking pockets. And it's mostly European kind of designers that do that. You don't see that much in America.
Correct.
And the slant pockets really add a slenderizing aspect to the profile of the suit of the wearer. But you don't see that. Ours are mostly horizontal pockets that you see in this country. Even in some of the Europeans in London, they've gone back to that a little bit. I love the slant pockets. I mean, they just give a profile look of elegance and slimness.
Yeah, they do. Any other questions, caller?
Yeah, well, the material difference in Fresno, for example, if you're wearing jeans, a lot of people wear jeans nighttime even, but you can wear a blazer, but you want to make sure that material difference on the coat is not too smooth. It's better if it's a little different material than, let's say, the jean or the pant material.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Could I say one other on the material about the heat in Fresno? You've got your 110s to your 140s wool. Some you've got even the 160s, but that's a little too light. But you can get a beautiful or a great-looking 140s wool that doesn't wrinkle and is really qualitative. You know, so I mean, the materials availability. You know, that you can wear really nice-looking, you know, pants that are better material than wearing sort of a sloppy-looking jean or something.
Okay. All right, I appreciate the phone call. You know, this sounds like a very, this caller knows his suits.
Absolutely, and he's correct. Yeah, there's some that are, when we have some of those that are up to the 160 wool, it's a lighter, thinner material. Again, depends on the occasion. You know, they have the wool with the silk blend, the wool with the cashmere blend. We have linen suits. We have leisure suits. And just like you mentioned with the slanted pockets, very popular in Europe.
Not so much here.
It always takes a little bit extra to get to the United States. You know, we're you know, even though you think we're the fashion setters, we're actually not. Everything starts back there and works its way over. And what he's talking about is where your pocket is straight, be it your pockets here, the jacket, they have, instead of the straight look, just a slight slant. So so it kind of makes almost a V type look. And most of those are actually on the slim fit suits. You know, about 80% of them are in the slim fit suits, even though they do come on the regular suits as well, but 80% are in the slim fit suits. And another thing that's starting to come into United States is where the jacket has like a little stitch right on the trim to give it just a little extra something, you know, just change it up a little bit. Absolutely.
Is that in fashion over in Europe? Yeah, it is. Yeah. It starts over there.
It starts there, and then, you know, we catch on here. People go, what the heck? You know, did they forget to take the stitch out? No, it's that. It comes like that.
All right. Got to take a break here talking with Tony Kalanjian, the owner of the Fresno Suit Outlet, talking about fashion today and what looks good, what's in, what's out, what do you like, what don't you like, what fits you, what doesn't. 436-MeTV option 11. If you have any fashion questions, call in. Back in just a moment.
Tune in to Heartland for the best in true country music. Relive vintage specials, one-of-a-kind concerts, and country music's earliest videos. Heartland is the heart of country, the only place where you can find country music, country stars, and country lifestyles 24/7. Heartland, the heart of country.
Now on channel 13.2.
Attention all units. We have reports of 2 motorcycle cops protecting California's highway.
That's for us, good buddy. The Men of Chips are on MeTV.
Hi, I'm John Baker. I'm John Baker. It's Officer Baker.
He's the blonde one.
Hi there! Officer Poncherello, man. Frank Poncherello. Oh, I'm Frank Poncherello.
And he's the one who's Eric Estrada.
There's no way I wouldn't remember a name like that.
Catch the blonde one and the one who's Eric Estrada.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Back here with Tony Kalanjian, the owner of the Fresno Suit Outlet. He opened up his place back in 2005. He was over there in the same parking lot with more furniture. Now he's moved a bit further south. He is at 5054 North Blackstone, and this guy knows his suits. And I got an email question. It cracks me up. This is a funny question. Does Tony think that Chesterfield lapels will ever be in fashion again? I haven't heard Chesterfield lapels since I'm dating myself, since the 60s, for God's sake.
I haven't heard that in quite a while. I don't see it coming back anytime soon.
Yeah.
Right now, that was a good one. That was out of left field. Right now, you're having a lot of the peak lapels are coming in, and you'll also notice on a lot of the suits, especially the slim ones again, the lapels are a lot slimmer. So, and those are the guys that are doing the slimmer ties and all that as well. So you know, they like that skinnier tie, skinnier lapel, slimmer look.
Speaking of shirts and ties, let's roll a videotape. You have a selection of shirts there that's incredible. I mean, you sell every shirt known to mankind probably.
We have a few colors.
And you have a few colors, but I'm talking specifically about the style. We do have a call as we're taking a look at the shirts here. You have all sorts of shirts. You got the fitted shirts, the not so fitted shirts, the loose fitted shirts. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning. I had a quick question to your guest.
Yeah.
Do you sell any high-end hats, probably in the $150 range and up?
Right now, the hats that we have are $40 or $39.99. We are going to be at a show up north in Northern California at Dorfman, which is in Stockton. They do the Dobbs and some of the higher end brands, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll have a few of the $100+ hats as well.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. About you then.
Thank you.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. So let's talk about the hats in a minute, but these shirts here, talk about your selection of shirts and what are people looking for when they come in to buy a shirt that's going to match their suit?
Well, again,
what are they looking for?
It's depending on the occasion. Again, number one.
Oh.
Obviously, if it's funeral or whatnot, you don't want to get, like as you notice, we had the fuchsias and the teals and the apple greens. But on the shirts, we go from a size 14.5 neck to a 24-inch neck.
Wow.
32-inch sleeve to a 39-inch sleeve. So a guy that's 6'6", 400 pounds, I got you covered.
LeBron James comes in. Will you be able to take care of him?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. We've had a few basketball teams that have come in and we haven't had any issues. The only problem we have every now and again is when you have a guy that's 6'9", 6'10", that weighs like 150, 160.
Yeah.
Because he's got a super skinny neck. So the smallest neck that I have, that's a 38, 39, is a 17-inch neck, which is your average neck. Usually a guy that's that big is typically heavier guy than 150 pounds, 6 foot plus. So, but on the shirts we do have the slim fit, we have the regular fit, and we have a full cut as well. So depending on, again, their body style, body shape, we got the shirt to match.
So if you're going to a funeral, what color shirt should you wear?
A lot of the guys like to do the darker suits, the black, the navy, the charcoal on the suits. They'll typically stay with white shirt, silver shirt. Some guys like to do the black shirt. They go all black on black on black.
A wedding, if you're going to a wedding or a baptism, should it be more colorful?
Absolutely.
The shirts.
Absolutely.
I'm talking strictly the shirts.
Absolutely. I think you're going for a fun occasion. If you're not going to wear, fun colors during normal times,
wear that at a wedding.
This is a royal blue shirt, black with blue pinstripe.
Wedding or baptism, not the funeral. You wouldn't wear that blue to a funeral.
No, this is, I think, a little bit too much for a funeral. But but then you have, there's some funerals that the guys like to wear the colorful shirts because, grandma's favorite color was blue. Fuchsia or blue or turquoise, or teal, and we have all those colors, so they like to match up that.
All right, on the shirts, I'm going to stay on the shirts for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
French cuffs in or out?
We have them available, but not as much as previous. And a lot of our shirts actually are convertible cuff, so you can wear them with the button, and they have the slits in the shirt, so you can actually, put a cufflink in there. So you don't have to buy a shirt that you're going to wear once every blue moon because it's just strictly a French cuff shirt.
So the French cuffs, it sounds like to me, are for special occasions.
Correct.
Like a wedding,
Correct.
baptism, who
Just
knows
like a
what.
tuxedo shirt. Yeah, we have two different tuxedo shirts. One's the button kind, and one's the regular collar that, you know, a lot of guys like to do the solid tie with it. So, you know, you typically wouldn't wear that to an everyday occasion either.
Another question here, are cummerbunds for formal use only?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Formal occasions.
Formal, like a wedding?
Weddings, we have a lot of guys that go on cruises for their formal light. They like to do that. On the cummerbunds and suspenders are really in right now.
Oh, yeah.
Cummerbunds and suspenders, we have about 22 colors in both of those.
Yeah.
And the vests, we have them in 57 colors.
Wow.
They add colors all the time. So it used to be 56, but I think it's 57. They just added a peach color.
All right. Caller, what's your question? You're on the air with Tony Kalanjian.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I had actually two quick questions.
Sure.
One, I always find that like some department stores, when you go in there and you try to buy like a shirt, you'll find a shirt, and then you'll go to find their suits to match the shirt, and then a lot of times their shirts and suits like they just have black, gray, and blue, and then they'll have a whole bunch of shirts that they don't match, and it's like I guess I like that you have a lot of diversity, because it looks like from the pictures you can go into your store and if you want to find, like, I have trouble finding browns. I don't know, it seems like they don't make brown anymore, like in shirts or like ties. Like ties, you don't have brownish in it, but you can't just find a straight brown tie.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to match like a pair of shoes or something.
Correct.
And that's a frustrating thing about finding suits. Like if you go to like a JCPenney's or something, you'll find a bunch of shirts that you wouldn't even really wear in your average life, and then you'll go find the suits and they're just brown, they're just gray, black, and blue.
Yeah. Okay, I think you have another do you have another question?
Yeah, my other question was, you find that a lot of guys, I see this, a lot of guys, you'll find that, they'll be like in their mid-30s, and you'll find when they go in there to buy a suit for some occasion, you find that they've been wearing the wrong suit their whole life, is because I think a lot of cultures, they like to buy one or two suits, and they'll wear them for like 10 years, and then all of a sudden, they'll go in there and they'll try it on. They don't know their neck size, or they don't know their the shoulder sizes, because they've been wearing the wrong suit for their for 10 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Happens all the time.
Thank you, caller. Those are two good questions. So what about the brown? Is hard to find.
Brown is hard to find. Until about 5-6 years ago, we were able to get browns and tans quite often. Unfortunately, what happened is that little recession that everybody hit. So what happens with these suit companies, they shrink everything down to their bread and butter, which is basically your black, navy, and charcoal, and maybe lighter gray. So whenever we do get a brown pattern of any type, a lot of times we'll get 2, sometimes 3 of each size just to make up for it, because they're hard to come by.
Yeah,
they're hard to come by. So it's frustrating, because you do have a lot of guys that like the earth tone colors, but it's just hard as heck to get.
And do you ever get the customer that comes in and he's been wearing the wrong suit his entire life?
Do I ever get the customer? Quite often. Well, I mean, again, there's some guys that have never worn a suit in their life. If you came in, you said, hey, I'm a 44 regular, blah, 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 16 and a half inch neck, 34, 35 sleeve. Okay, this person's worn a suit before. But then you'll, 30 minutes later, you'll have the guy that comes in and goes, I'm a 1X suit. Okay, that's a t-shirt size. That's not a suit size. So they don't know. So we have to help them out and, just do what we need to do to get them looking right.
Yeah, it's really an individual choice. It depends on your body type, what kind of shirt, what kind of suit. So
and guys that don't wear suits all the time, they always try to get a size bigger because they want to feel comfortable. It's not, it's not comfy wear. It's a suit. it's not supposed to be 2 sizes big. You know, you're not supposed to have 4 inches in your midst. You know, and then of course they put on the pants, and the pants are about to fall off because you got the wrong size suit. You know,
all right,
bring it down.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Tony, on that excessive material kind of a look, but on the length of the pants, it seems to become de rigueur where you see the pants that are bunched up at the bottom at the shoe instead of just touching the top of the instep. But it's like an accumulation of several inches of material at the bottom, and it's like they're wearing a pant that is just like for somebody else that's much taller, and it adds to sort of that sloppiness, and it draws the eye down there and away from what might otherwise be a nice looking suit or even pants.
Absolutely.
Would you comment on that?
Thank you, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, you do have guys that like to wear their pants down to the floor, or they don't wear them properly where they're supposed to in their waist.
I thought there was supposed to be one break just below the knee.
A break, but there's some guys, just like you said, maybe it might have been a hand-me-down or whatever, or they want it, touching the floor, and you can't have it that low. I mean, we've done them where, for weddings and whatnot, we've done them where they're, 6 inches high, almost like,
waiting for a flood?
Yeah, waiting for a flood, because it was for a wedding, and they had high tops that said "I do" on them for their wedding, so they wanted the "I do" to show. I understand that, but I mean, when it's dragging and you're stepping on your pants,
right?
It's that's excessive,
Got to take a break. Tony Kalanjian is here, the owner of the Fresno Suit Outlet. Opened up 10 years ago. 436-MeTV option 11. We'll come back with more of your fashion questions. It seems like our audience are very knowledgeable when it comes to what to wear these days. All right, back in a moment.
Watch Dr. TV on over-the-air channel 13.9.
We get our speed from Mom and Dad.
They do stuff super fast. And now they got this new kitchen, so they're even faster. So they can help us with our free throws.
The time-saving Frigidaire Gallery line with a quick preheat and smudge-proof stainless steel that resists fingerprints and cleans easily. It's mealtime in no time, from start to clean. Frigidaire Gallery.
Save more during Frigidaire Gallery bonus days when you buy 3 or more qualifying appliances. See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Back here on the program, 436-MeTV option 11. We have an open phone line if you want to call in with your fashion question today. Our fashion expert is here, at least for men. I don't know. Hey, so do you ever get a customer that comes in, wants a suit, and his wife is trailing, and he wants one thing, and she says, "No, that doesn't look good. I don't like that. You're not gonna walk out with that suit." You ever get that?
That never happens. It's that's when the 30-minute suit buying process becomes 2 hours, but it's okay.
At that point, you walk away.
At that point, well, I mean, you give your suggestion, but that's why our 3-suit deal is such a great fit. So she can get the style she wants, he can get the style he wants, and the third one could be, option C.
Keep in mind, he's dressing for her, isn't he? Right?
Correct. Correct.
You hesitated on that.
What is the famous line? He wears the pants, but she tells him which pair to wear, right? So she is going to be matched by him by the end of that session.
That's right. He's got to go home and live with her.
Exactly.
You don't.
Exactly.
All right. Here's a call coming in. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. Your question.
Yes, Tony. Would you comment on, in your opinion, how much shirt collar material should show, like on the jacket at the back near the nape of the neck, and how much cuff material should show on the, let's say, the suit collar by the wrist bone?
Oh yeah, God, those are 2 excellent questions. So up on top,
yeah, up on top, I like 1/4 to 1/2 inch maximum. Except for there are some casual shirts that, we also have a few of those that are the thicker collar.
Yeah.
So the whole collar is actually thicker. A lot of time it's got 2-button or 3-button on the front. There's buttons on this. I mean, that's a totally different
How's
style.
my collar? Is my collar
You're
okay?
good. You're good. You're
Am I
about a
good to
quarter
go?
inch. You're good to go.
Okay.
You want to be, you know, you want to be about. I can't. Let's see if I can do it now, but about.
Mine are sticking out quite a bit.
Again, a
But I'm
quarter inch.
sitting
But
down.
we're sitting down, so that's a different issue. But you want to be again about a quarter inch on your shirt sleeve. Typically, before, a lot of guys used to wear watches, so you want to have your watch covered. If you were wearing a watch, when you bend your arm up, your watch should be able to show. When you bring your arm back down, it should be covered again.
Okay.
Good questions. I like that.
Yeah, quarter
I like
of an
that.
inch. All right, quickly before we go roll another videotape, the cigarette pants. Well, explain that.
The super tight.
The super tight Superman type cut.
Yeah, those. I don't have any of the stretchy man pants, but what a lot of the guys have done is they'll get the slim fit pants or the slim fit suit, and will take the pants in even that much further. But you have to be careful. You can't go too much. First of all, you can't because it's already slim fit to begin with.
Right.
2 reasons you can't go too much. With the stretchy pants, you can sit down and nothing's going to happen.
Right.
With these, you get them too tight, you're afraid to sit down.
You're going to rip them.
You're afraid, you're going to rip them.
Right,
and secondly, your crease, if you start taking them too much, then your creases start shifting because now you're taking material out, and now this.
Yeah.
You don't want a funny look either.
All right. We've got a videotape. Let's roll a shoes videotape. I want to talk about shoes because when you buy a suit, look at the selection of shoes here. You have Stacy Adams. Is that what you sell?
Correct. We have regular brand shoes, Stacy Adams shoes, and as you see, there's a purple, lavender pair. We have red, orange, green. Because you can get black shoes pretty much anywhere. Brown shoes, some places, but we have brown, black, gray, 2-tone, 3-tone.
Okay, do you recommend to be in style if you have a gray suit, wear gray shoes? If you have a black suit or a blue suit, wear black shoes? If you have a brown suit or brown pants, wear brown shoes? Should the shoes match the color of the suit?
No, they don't need to. Because you can wear a beautiful navy suit with some brown shoes. Looks awesome.
Really?
Awesome.
Okay.
Just like a brown suit, which I was going to wear today.
Yeah.
Brown suit with a light blue shirt with a brown and blue tie.
Yeah.
Looks sharp as a tack. People automatically assume that you're wearing brown, so you have to wear the cream shirt or the tan shirt, or just stick to all earth tones. You don't have to do that.
All right. Other videotapes that we have here, ties and belts. I want to ask you about the ties because. This isn't a super skinny tie.
Correct.
Okay, but so what's in? Is it super skinny ties or normal size? Or remember the fashion statement that people were making years ago with those wide, fat ties?
Yeah.
Are those out?
The super fat ties we don't bring in anymore. Okay. They're not asked for as much. There's some of the bow ties right there. We've got. The vest that we have, remember I was telling you there's 57 color vests. All the vests come with their matching tie and handkerchief, and we also have the matching bow tie if you want to do the bow tie. The ties, we have the 1.5 inch, 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch, and almost all of them come with the matching handkerchief as well. We have about 82 different colors of solid ties, so we have a lot of weddings and formals that someone's trying to get that seafoam color or whatever. Yeah, those are belts. There's I don't even know how many different styles of belts we have.
And you have the reversible belts, that one side's brown, one side's black.
We had some of those, but didn't go over too well because people are just too lazy to flip them. But again, when you get with our 3-suit deal, you get 3 belts, so you don't have to worry about flipping the black and the brown.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah. All right.
So there's, as you see, there's tan, brown, olive,
gray,
navy, burgundy, gray, charcoal. I mean, there's a ton of different belts because some guys like to do the matching socks, the matching shoes, the matching hats.
2 more quick questions before we go to break here. Mm-hmm. Okay. The handkerchief, the tie and the handkerchief, the match, is that in? That's question one. Also, are bow ties in?
Bow ties are very in. Bow ties and suspenders are very in right now. Absolutely. The handkerchief, the guys that have them love them. I left mine in the car, so that's why I had it, placed it on the seat and forgot to bring it in. It's because it stands out. And you could do it both ways. You can do it where, you know, the TV guys where they have just a slit showing. Not that you wouldn't know anything about that, John. But they have the little slit showing.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about that is when you keep them flat, sometimes they tend to slide. So I would suggest doing a little pin on the inside. And then, of course, the little bunchy style where, you know, it's a little fuller look so it won't slide down.
We got to take another break, but we're going to come back with our remaining moments here with Tony Kalanjian. Our time is almost up. We got an open phone line, 436-ME-TV, option 11. If you have another fashion question, call in. Back in a moment.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. KitchenAid, Ventura TV appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
Euronews, most watched news channel in Europe.
Limited time here on the program. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
My name is Margaret Shaw, and I was married to the late Reverend Shaw, and we was in the store many a time buying your suits, and he has now passed. Tell me what I should do with about 30 suits out of your store.
Well, there are several groups that are collecting suits all the time. Fresno Rescue Mission is one of the companies or one of the places I work with. They have a cleanup program for a lot of guys that have gone astray. Now they're good to go, but they don't have suits for interviews. So Fresno Rescue Mission is one, and there's always coat drives and suit drives, but I always like going to the rescue mission because those guys are back on track. They want to get somewhere, but now they go to an interview. They don't have stuff to wear for interviews, so that's where I typically take the stuff.
Any other questions, ma'am? Did that answer your question or not?
That'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, roll the videotape, getting measured. And some people come in, they want to get a suit, and they're measured from top to bottom and side to side, as this gentleman is here. So talk about your 3-suit deal. You come in, you buy 3 suits for how much? And then what else do you get?
Well, the way that we have the suits set up, they start at $100, $99.99. And they go from there. It goes $99, $133, $166, up to the $300 Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren suits. Most guys come in, they get the $100 suits. So it'd be 3 suits for $300.
Okay.
Anytime you get 3 suits or more, you get a shirt, a tie, belt, socks, handkerchief for every single suit. So if you're doing, and it doesn't have to be the same size. So if you wanted to get a suit for yourself, one for your son, one for your dad, that's your 3-suit deal.
So you get 3 suits, 3 shirts, 3 ties, 3 belts,
3 handkerchiefs.
3 handkerchiefs.
All for $300.
For $300. Okay. All right.
That's why we have. That's why I said we've got, over 50 weddings already, and it's March.
Wow.
Because they have 7 guys or 9 guys. We had a quinceañera that was like 27 people. It's $100 a person, and they all get all their accessories for free, and they get to keep it as opposed to renting it for that $100
Right.
and then bringing it late, and then you get fined again because you brought it in a day late. Life happens, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
And then with the shoes are $39 and $49.
Okay.
And anytime you buy a suit, you get $10 off on the shoes. So now the shoes would be $29 and $39. So you can get those Stacey Adams that you were talking about for $39, which the list price on those is close to $70.
Wow. All right, roll another piece of videotape. It's called Alterations, and as we're looking at this, we've talked the entire show about, you know, what style of suit. Is it trim fit? Is it full cut? Is it regular cut on the shirts too? There's one of your seamstresses, right? Is that
Correct.
All right.
That's Veronica right there. Right. Looks like she's measuring the inseam.
Yeah.
You have some guys that you know, go off of, you know, what their inseam is. We always suggest that you put on the pants at least one time because there's a different drop on the pants. So some pants, as you know, you have to wear it higher for it to fit perfect. Some are a little bit lower cut.
How much experience for her?
She's been with me for 10 years and then was at another suit store for 8 years before that, and then was in Los Angeles for several years before that. So
what's her name?
Veronica.
Veronica.
So
okay,
over 20 years plus.
Wow. Wow. She looks
Looks like she's tapering some pants right there. She's measuring the thing and then the legs, then taking it in.
Outstanding. And so let me ask you something as we're looking at this. Question that I got here from a text. Correct way to tie a tie. I always tie my tie differently. I'm talking about the knot.
Correct.
I see your knot, my knot. I don't tie it the same way every time.
I change it up too.
Depending on the tie.
Correct. Because the skinnier ties, you can't do just that one loop and over and under because then you'll have a little tiny knot. So you got to do the double Windsor. There's some, I mean, you can go to How to Tie a Tie on YouTube. There's some right now that they're doing, it looks awesome, and what they're doing is they're taking the two solid ties, one 3.5 inch and one the smaller one, and they're doing the tie so it looks like double colors, and at the end you have the smaller tie. So for a wedding, let's say you're doing brown and blue,
right?
So then you have your your brown in the background, the blue in the front, and you have all the loops that you've done with the double. It looks really sharp.
How's my knot? Is it okay?
You're good. You got the dimple and everything.
Okay. All right. Hey, quick question. Now you come from kind of a background of clothing. You're kind of grew up in the industry a little bit.
Well, my dad has a shoe repair store at First and Barstow, so I was always into that. My cousins down in L.A., they are suit wholesalers. So, they make various brands for other companies and whatnot. So when, actually it was about 12 years ago when I approached him about opening the store in Fresno, he goes, we have people from Fresno that come to us already, so, go for it.
Yeah.
So obviously, getting everything together, getting the location, getting all the racks and shelves and because you can't just go to the store and say, okay, I want a 3-story high, rack for, 2,900 suits, you can't, so everything had to be kind of custom built because everything, as you see, is, 3 stories high of suits.
All right, we're almost out of time here. We sure appreciate your time in coming in, and so I do want to mention the location one more time. The Fresno Suit Outlet, located at 5054 North Blackstone. That's over by Ramos Furniture.
Ramos
right?
Furniture.
Ramos.
It's on Blackstone, just north of Shaw. So as you turn right onto Blackstone from Shaw, past the D&L Roses in the corner, and just take a quick right.
Tony, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Pleasure seeing you.
John.
Thank you very much. And I will be in to see you, I guarantee you.
Come on down.
Gotta go in and see Veronica there.
Absolutely.
All right, that's going to do it for us today here on Connect with Me. Back with another program tomorrow on MeTV Fresno. We'll be talking religion. That's right, Easter coming up here in a week or two. Back with more tomorrow. Have a good day.